Part 13 of my Can I Be a Model series, where I, a model scout, review your photos to tell you whether or not I think you could be a model. Today's review is going to be a little bit differently. This is a newly signed model, and I wanted to go over his images to show you guys what a model looks like. This is Cameron. He's 6 foot tall, based in New York City, and signed with New York Models. Cameron recently just turned 19 years old, and clearly you can tell why he got signed, because not only does he have a striking and unique look because of his freckles that he has, but also his bone structure and his just overall symmetry on his face. Cam is like the perfect example of what a commercial fashion model is, and that means that he could basically do both. He could do commercial and he could do fashion because he has a height, he has a look, even though his look is more of your commercial type brand shoots like e-com jobs. He's so new that really it could go one of two ways depending on how he decides to like develop himself or build himself up, or like his agency, or if he has a manager, because he's fresh from high school and he did football when he was in high school, which means he's gonna have like this football build as opposed to more of like a high fashion model build. So if he wanted to go into the high fashion realm of things, he really has to slim down, drop muscle, and be really skinny lean. But if he decides not to, he'll still have a very lucrative career working with the top modeling agencies doing more commercial modeling work. This kid is built to do like more commercial type work as a fashion model. And you can see how football influenced the way that he developed his body, because he has a lot of muscle in his leg, which again, for fashion, you really want to be skinny and have matching proportions in your upper body and your lower body. But this could be resolved if he just didn't work out his legs and literally just went on a deficit and didn't put any muscle on at all. This shot here is a perfect example of why I see him fitted for both worlds, where he can do commercial, but he can also do fashion. I think he'd easily do well both in New York City and Los Angeles, hands down. This is another one of his shots from a test shoot he's done, which again, like I see more of like your LA fashion slash commercial brands that he would do really well with. Now, fashion kind of entails different types of things. There's like luxurious high fashion brands, high fashion, and then more of your commercial brands. Do I see him doing like super luxurious high fashion or high fashion in general, like shooting editorials for big magazines and fashion? Not necessarily, but I can easily see him in campaigns for like H&M, Gap. I can see him doing stuff for PacSun. Again, I think LA market is really like his best bet. I also think that if he gets himself into acting, he could do a lot of commercial work as well, because there's a lot of brands that I think would love his look, especially nowadays when like mixed and like having something unique and different about your look is super appealing. But the reason he got signed is very simple, you guys, and this is what you got to understand. He is interesting to look at. This isn't what your average person looks like, and it makes it so that he's unique and like different. If you guys aren't unique or different, ain't nobody gonna want to sign you, okay? Let's be real. Now, it doesn't mean that he's like this extraordinarily gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous person. It just means he's interesting to look at, and that's why modeling is so complex for you guys, and why you guys don't understand why some people make it and some people don't. No one cares if you're attractive or beautiful, okay? We've seen it all. We're looking for people who are interesting, who are different, who give us something like, wow, that's a face I've never seen before. But let me know in the comments what you think of Cam and what brands you see him working with, and if you think you see him working for high fashion brands, which ones you'd see him working with. If you want me to review your photos for my next video, you must be following me on Instagram. DM me 4 of your best photos and say, can I be a model? Now, if you need my help, my guidance, my review, anything at all, you can book a 40-minute coaching call with me one-on-one by clicking the link in my bio now.